The Constitution Project at Shenandoah University is really many things. What we're doing is taking the Constitutional Convention in Philadelphia in 1787 and putting it into virtual reality.
An idea was born to recreate the constitutional debates inside of a virtual Independence Hall. So we've been working on this for about a year and a half. We've had 2 different classes at the university that were dedicated to building 2 different levels of the project.
The Constitution Project was really the brainchild, I believe, of Warren Hofstraw and his working with J.J. Rusella in the SCIL lab. And I was brought in for my debate expertise, being the debate coach here at Shenandoah.
We are building a collaboration between the history departments and our virtual reality programs because we believe immersive history is going to be one of the implications of these new technologies.
It's also a focus on the Electoral College, because we're not trying to do the entire Constitutional Convention. We've abstracted out the key debates on electing the president.
This was a group of people sitting around in 1787 trying to figure out what this country is going to look like. And if indeed we could agree on one small thing, that we should continue conversations enough so that we will work together as a union instead of work separately as individual states.
It serves this real function of demonstrating to people today what in the 18th century was a confidence in debate, in the exercise of reason, in persuasiveness, in coming upon a truth collectively.
The Constitutional Project has 5 parts, where the first part is learning about your delegate, and the second through 4th parts are about learning about what their argument and their interests were throughout the Constitutional Convention.
At one point you get to watch 15 minutes of the actual debate in virtual reality. In another process, you're sitting down with the historical character and getting to interview them and ask them what was important to them during the time period and what was important to the state that they represented for this specific topic that you're going to be debating or redebating.
And then bringing it into the modern world and having an open forum debate about what that means today. If those delegates knew now what they knew then, would they have still created the Electoral College?
And that last stage is open. It could go in any direction that the participants choose.
I think what I'm most excited about is the students adopting these point of view and caring about the topic.
The value of this for students who may look at this later on, or for professors who are maybe unfamiliar with what the 1787 debates were all about, is kind of reconnecting with the original ideas of this country, and something that I don't know if it's been bridged quite well in the last 200 years.
One of my favorite experiences from that was afterwards watching 2 of the students argue over the points of view of their historical characters on the debate. And if you're an instructor, you know that getting students to care that much about a subject, 90% of your battles is done.
This is kind of the ground floor of where virtual reality will grow from. So we have an opportunity to kind of shape what it looks like in the future.
I'm super excited about this because I believe this is a new mode of learning that we're going to be replicating in other arenas. But in this one, we get to make something that is so abstract that most Americans don't even understand the Constitution, let alone the debates that went into it. In this situation, I've already watched a group of students understand it so deeply that they had personal, visceral perspectives on the topic.
We hope and we expect that this is going to really be very exciting for students. And for students, young students, high school students, university students, and for a public population of people who would be really interested.